Hi everyone, I'm Molly Jacobson. I'm the editor-in-chief over at dogcancer.com, a self-professed dog health nerd, and a crazy dog mom. And I'm here with a special message today during the holiday season from all of us here at dogcancer.com. Today we're talking about how to make the holidays super fun and safe for your dog. From dangerous foods to easy ways to comfort and commemorate the holidays, we've got you covered. So let's get started. How to dog-proof your holiday food, decorations, and plants. Let's talk about these common holiday hazards. The holidays are full of twinkles and beautiful sights and also delicious smells that our dogs are definitely not smelling year-round, but oh boy, does that tempt them, right? Unfortunately, some holiday treats can be dangerous for our dogs, so let's talk about some of those. Here are the biggest troublemakers: chocolate, grapes, raisins, and anything with xylitol, that sneaky sugar substitute that's now found in lots of things. These are all really toxic to dogs. They are a no-go. And because this is Dog Cancer Answers, especially if your dog has cancer, their immune system's already compromised and really working hard. So introducing another project for it to work on is not a good idea. And then there's all the rich stuff we eat over the holidays: turkey skin and gravy and buttery cookies. These things are just too rich for dogs. Even if your dog doesn't have a history of pancreatitis, don't chance it. You also want to avoid onions, alcohol, caffeine as in coffee, tea, or energy drinks, macadamia nuts, and also other nuts, especially walnuts and pecans. Cooked bones, like say a turkey leg, can splinter and be very, very sharp and really damage their insides. Raw cookie dough goes down easy and your dog might really love it, but it expands in the stomach and can cause really big problems. We should also consider moldy and spoiled foods. Things left out at room temperature might not actually be safe for your dog. Before you put it away, make sure you take a sniff before you give it. Also, salt-heavy snacks like those flavored popcorns or chips or pretzels, and dairy products. Sometimes people find out at the holiday season that their dogs are lactose intolerant, so go easy on the dairy. And then artificial sweeteners in general, but especially that xylitol. Xylitol can sometimes show up as other names on product labels, so look for xylitol, but also look for wood sugar, birch sugar, sugar alcohol, or E967. All of those might be other names for xylitol on a product label, so avoid any food that contains any of those names. Keep all of these dangerous foods far, far away from your dog's really super curious nose. They're going to be tempted, but don't give them. And honestly, don't feed table scraps unless you've rinsed them of salt and gravy and other fats. If you're hosting, remind your guests no table scraps for your dog. Now let's talk about decorations. Tinsel, ornaments, lights, ribbons, these are all shiny and beautiful and dangerous when swallowed, where they can obstruct your dog's intestines. That's a very serious problem. Also, chewing on wires of any kind, not good. So be sure to child-proof or dog-proof your tree. You can even put like a pet gate around it to keep it safe. Okay, next hazard to watch out for: toxic plants. Poinsettias, mistletoe, and holly are all festive and we love them and they're pretty, but if your dog eats any part of them, they can get seriously ill. Place them out of reach or go faux. Okay, now let's move on to making the holiday comfortable for your dog. Let's forget about the danger and just focus on the cozy. There's such a thing as physical comfort and physical coziness, but there's also mental, emotional, and spiritual coziness. So we're going to cover all of the bases. Let's look at how to create a cozy physical environment. Most dogs enjoy being cozy and relaxed with their family, even those dogs who love to be out in the snow for hours and hours and hours. When they're tuckered out, they want to come in and flop down in a warm place nice with the people they love. Now, if a dog has cancer or some other life-limiting illness or mobility issues, they might be even more sensitive and really need that extra coziness. So here's how to make their world as comfortable as possible. Make a little haven for your dog. The holiday season usually brings lots of visitors and new people into your dog's life, and they might need some time apart from the noise and the excess. Give them a little spot in your home. Maybe it's just a corner in the living room or other areas where you're gathering, but it's out of the way of people's feet. Or maybe it's a bedroom. Using white noise or music that's played really close to their bedding can really help. Make sure that they're stocked with toys, maybe even put some water, and maybe even some treats in there so that they are tempted to go and get out of the craziness. The holiday season brings a lot of disruption to routines, and dogs love routine. So try to stick to it as much as possible. Try to go for their walks for the same length of time at the same time of day. Give them their medicines and their meals. Even if you have guests over, try to give them what they need to feel like they're not being left out in all of this noise and mess. Another way to keep coziness a priority is keep your dog warm. Sometimes we don't realize how chilly dogs can actually get. So if you think your dog needs a sweater or a jacket, buy them. And do not forget their paws, especially if you're dealing with cold in your area or lots of snow and ice. That can be really rough on their paws. And don't forget that physical closeness you get from nice, regular cuddle sessions. It's really important to give your dog individual attention during the holiday season. I think this is especially true when you've just had guests over and there's a big party, and instead of going right and cleaning up, take some time after your guests leave to just sit with your dog for even just a minute or two. Reassure them that things are going back to normal, that you're going to take care of all of this mess and you're going to clean it up, and then you're going to go for your walk just like you always do. Or in the morning, we're going to resume our normal routine. Dogs really appreciate you just taking a time and mentioning to them that you know that this might have been a little overstimulating. Okay, so now let's talk about another way to love your dog during the holiday season that's just so special, super fun, and just for them. Making them their own holiday treats. There's lots of recipes out there, but there's one that I really like, especially for dogs with cancer, because it's got lots of probiotics and fiber, and they are called Easy, Super Delicious Pumpkin Peanut Butter Oat Pom-Poms. I call them pom-poms because they come in little balls. These little tiny bite-sized treats are super delicious. Your dog's gonna love them, and they're packed with fiber and nutrition. There's only 3 ingredients. Take a bowl, add 1 cup of cooked pumpkin puree. So that's the kind that doesn't have spices or sugar added. It's just the pure pumpkin. Add 1 cup of that, half a cup of rolled oats, and 1 tablespoon of unsweetened peanut butter. Make sure there is no xylitol in that peanut butter. Sometimes peanut butters say sugar-free, but they actually have xylitol in them. Just mix that all together. I actually like to use my hands. It's kind of fun. It's sticky but fun. And that way I'm sort of, I think of it as massaging my love for my dog right into that mixture. Then you just roll them into bite-sized, whatever bite-sized is for your dog, little balls of love, and put them out on a cookie sheet or or plate or something, and put them in the refrigerator so that they can firm up. It takes about 30 minutes for those to firm up depending on how big your bite-sized balls are. These are healthy, they're packed with fiber, dogs love the flavors in them, and of course you get the joy of knowing that you made something for your dog. It didn't take you too long, and it's special, and they know it's just for them. Okay, my last tip for you is about building holiday memories. Now, I think that dogs pretty much have holiday memories from every moment of their life. Like anything that they enjoy, they consider that a holiday in itself. But we tend to set aside special times of year to focus on coming together with joy and love and connecting deeply to the ones that we love and the people who are important to us in our life. To commemorate that, I have a couple of ideas of how you can create memories that will last you and your dog for a lifetime. First is taking a walk. I know, you take a walk every day, but this is a special kind of walk. It's called a sniffari, and it gives the dogs the walk that they most want. Dogs use their nose the way humans use our eyes. We take in the world and we just revel in what we're seeing, right? Well, dogs smell the world and revel in what they're smelling. And sometimes we hurry them on their walks and they don't quite get to sniff that little crack in the sidewalk, linger at that fence post. So they want to go on what we call a sniffari, which is a safari of sniffs. These are magical walks for dogs. They might only get you 10 steps from your front door, but they're totally worth it for your dog. Go out and take the walk at their pace while they sniff. They will never forget. Another guaranteed memory-making moment is just to include them in your special holiday moments. When the family's watching a movie, have them snuggle under the blanket with you, or do what I like to do, which is make unbuttered popcorn with no salt on it and just toss it at my dog's mouth and see if they can catch it. Another thing that you can do this holiday season is make a keepsake. Perhaps your kid is doing crafts and they want to make a handprint. Well, maybe you make a dog print. Make sure that you take a special photo of your family with everybody in it with your dog so that you can later frame it and have a really special moment to remember forever. These moments really do last when we take the time to sit down and be with them. The final tip that I have for you is just to remember that we humans do use the holiday season as a time to connect to each other in love and joy, and that dogs think of every day as an opportunity to connect in love and joy. Kind of take a mental capture with your mind of what's going on and what you feel. When we take a moment with our dogs this holiday season to really imprint the light and the beauty and the joy that they give us every day, but that we're especially feeling during this season, we have this opportunity to store up that light, and hopefully it will help us to light the darkness that eventually will come into every life, and share it with other people. I hope this was helpful to you, and I certainly hope that your holiday season is delightful and charming and joyful and connected and full of love. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. That really helps the algorithm find it and share it with other people who need or want to see it. And of course, leave a comment with your own ideas for how to make the holidays cozy and safe for dogs. From all of us here at Dog Cancer Answers and dogcancer.com, just wishing you and your loved ones, and especially your dogs, a warm and happy holiday season.